This is a conspiracy video about the Kobe Bryant situation. For those that don't know, this is the man, the pilot. They've been taking all day to show the pilot. They should have showed the pilot yesterday. Why didn't they show him? But this is what the pilot looks like. And he's from, I believe, Iran. And this is very suspicious because we know what these kind of guys are capable of. You know, you can profile me as a black man and say what I'm capable of, but this is more serious because now we've got what I think to be a terrorist attack against Kobe Bryant, and now this is going too far. There's nothing wrong with that helicopter. If you look at it here, there is nothing wrong with that helicopter. I don't want to hear it. It did not fail. The fog has nothing to do with it. The fog is that's a joke. That's like saying it's fog outside. Um, your car's gonna break down. Now it's unsafe to drive your car in the fog because you might crash into someone else. Let's remember a helicopter has a device where the FAA and other air traffic people can see what's in the sky and what other people out there. But the police, they ground theirs for fear of going too fast and crashing into other helicopters or mountains. However, a very skilled pilot already knows his elevation. He knows how high he is, how low he is. He knows the highest mountains. He already knows where he's going. He made it to Kobe Bryant's house. This guy crashed this plane or this helicopter on purpose. Everything I'm hearing doesn't make sense. Remember, there was no distress call. We're on YouTube right now. Let me see if I can go back to the videos of Kobe Bryant. So we have a lot of videos here. Now I want you to look at something here. I can't really play all these videos because I don't own all these videos, but we have something very suspicious. And there's multiple conspiracies from, look at that. No distress call. No distress call. That's impossible. That's impossible. That can't happen. Did it lose power? Or did the pilot close the door and scream Allah Akbar and do whatever this guy right here looks like he can do? He's clearly from Iran or Turkey or someplace. He's not an American citizen, a naturalized citizen. He has no business being in this country in the first place. And I think this was clearly an attack. There was nothing wrong with this helicopter. The only reason why they ground is helicopters is the same reasons why, people don't drive in the fog. However, there's way less helicopters and airplanes than there is cars and trucks. Remember, this helicopter was not spinning around where, if you look at the back propeller, where if you lose, let's say you lose the back engine, then the helicopter would spin out of control. And the top one spinning. It was flying in circles, flying in circles, flying. That's a ritual. That's a ritual. Either one or three or one or two things happen. This was a setup where after LeBron James won that all-time whatever score thing and the powers that be decided that Kobe had to go because he was no longer needed, or someone sabotaged the plane, or the guy crashed the plane. I'm going to say the guy crashed the plane because he doesn't have a problem crashing this plane to get his 72 virgins in hell where he's going to go. He doesn't have a problem with crashing that plane. This guy is from Iran. He's a Muslim, and it's clear to me that he crashed this plane or this helicopter. I keep saying plane. He crashed this helicopter. It doesn't make any sense, okay? You have to have heavy security and get vetted to fly important people. And Kobe let this guy fly him. This guy ain't gonna fly President Trump. This guy can't fly Obama. Obama, with all his problems, he would never get on a helicopter with this guy. No music people's gonna get on a helicopter with this guy. He's Mohammed, whatever his name is, when he was born. Now he's American Iranian citizen. This dude crashed that plane. So what was Kobe Bryant doing on a helicopter with this guy? because he uses, I believe he uses this pilot services or uses that company. But this guy flies in the fog all the time. It had nothing to do with that fog. You know your elevation. You know the elevation. They have all these gadgets that tell them what's ahead, how many mountains are ahead. There's no such thing as I'm going too fast and I can't stop. He's turning in circles. What is he turning in circles for? If something's wrong with that helicopter, he's going to lower it down and land this thing. Did you hear what they said? The helicopter, before it went out of control or crashed, the engine went up out of control. It sped up to the highest elevation. So it was turning around in circles. And then it went to the highest speed and then it went down. That was intentional. Just like the intentional plane crash with Germanwings in 2015. But this guy, I can tell you right now that we don't have that kind of thing. We don't have celebrities other than Kennedy Jr., but that was considered something was wrong with the helicopter. Okay, that engine stopped, right? This engine didn't stop. It sounded funny. No, because he turned it off. That's why. Now, someone said it sounded funny, but it was very suspicious. Either the helicopter got shot down or he turned in circles for it to be shot down and someone was already in the area to shoot it down, or it was sabotaged. That's awfully suspicious that after LeBron wins that all-time score thing, then there's no more Kobe Bryant. You know, for those that don't know what Los Angeles means, it means the city of Los Angeles. Everybody keeps saying that New York is Mystery Babylon. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's Los Angeles. The Seven Hills, Los Angeles and Las Vegas, and their sister city, Las Vegas. It is not the Vatican. It is not the Big Apple. Without California, New York, Florida, Chicago, none of these places would exist. Los Angeles, basically, California brings in 40% of the America's economy. Once you factor in all the ports, all the trucking from the ports, California and Texas. So without those two states, there's no America. New York does it's just the money. It's just men in suits and big giant buildings. There's nothing without the actual ports. And the scriptures clearly tell you, for those that believe in any of the conspiracies of Revelations, that it's the seven hills, and it's telling you that it's Las Vegas. It's telling you that it's both Vegas and Los Angeles, city of Los Angeles, or Los Angeles. That has nothing to do with the Vatican, and that has nothing to do with Saudi Arabia. It's clearly Los Angeles, and there's many conspiracies of what Los Angeles has done. We know there's Hollywood. Some call it Hollywood, but there's Hollywood, and they make all the movies, and you have to be like in the elite. But when they see that somebody's services is no longer needed, the powers that be, some call it the Illuminati or whatever, they get rid of these people. And it looks like they protected Kobe since that rape allegation. They let him have his fun. They used him up, and they just got rid of him. They had to have a ritual. They did the same thing to Prince and a few other celebrities. They got rid of Michael Jackson in the 80s and replaced him with a white lookalike who they got tired of, and they eventually killed him. For those that don't know, that was not Michael Jackson. That's another subject, another day, but that was not Michael Jackson. That was an imposter. The real one was black, and he had died in the 80s. And they have to have a ritual for so many years, and they decided that Kobe had to die. Or this man acted alone, but I'm confident this man crashed that plane intentionally. Based on the witnesses and what they had to say, there's nothing wrong with that plane or that helicopter. There's nothing wrong with it. He flew this helicopter in fog all the time. And you can't blame Kobe and say, well, he was in a hurry and he told the guy to fly in the fog, because he's flown in the fog many times. Presidents fly in fog if they have no choice and they have to get somewhere. That's how it is. And he takes that same route all the time. And they have a different map system than what you have in your car. They can see the elevation, they can see other airplanes and helicopters and their elevation nearby. They just don't want to crash into them if there's an emergency helicopter, because they move really, really fast and they go zigzag different places to hospitals and stuff. So those kind of helicopters have to be very careful. But this don't add up, people. It doesn't add up. It looks like the powers that be decided to get rid of Kobe Bryant, and either LeBron had something to do with it, or they shot the helicopter down. But I'm gonna go with the first one, and that's this man did it. For those that don't know who this man is, please do more research on him. I heard he's from the Middle East. I'm gonna speculate Iran, Turkey, Syria, one of those blow up themselves places. And no, this ain't a hate speech video. He has nothing to do with this country. The Europeans came here and defeated the natives. That's for another day. And then they brought the slaves with him. Why they? So the only people that you can say racist against is, black and white issues. This guy is not an American citizen. He's not a naturalized American citizen. He has to go. He has to go. He knew he had to go. That's why he killed himself. These guys are nuts. This guy's a terrorist. This was an act of terrorism, and they know it. They know what this guy did, and they're covering it up. And I can't believe nobody has figured this out yet, that this man intentionally crashed that helicopter, because the engine did not just die. He spinned around, made it look like something was wrong with the helicopter. Then he turned it off and screamed Allah Akbar, whatever foolishness he yelled. They might even find that out, or he turned the black box off or whatever. But they were speaking to him, and he wouldn't respond back. When all other helicopters that day responded back. You have to talk to FAA. You can tell the FAA you're on special orders, or you can tell them 10-4, or I got you, or I heard you, or I understand the warning, but I have special orders. I have another assignment, or I take orders from another authority in this county. He didn't say anything. That sounds terroristic to me. That sounds like that guy who didn't speak to the air traffic control with the Germanwings flight in 2015. He just ignored everything. They said, "Hey, what are you doing? Your plane is not doing right. What are you doing?" He locked the door and just that. Or could they have stormed the? They don't have cockpits inside the. I think they call it something else. So could they storm the pilot, watching him scream and go crazy, and try to get a hold of the plane, or the helicopter, and it went down? Something's not right here. We've never had something like this happen. When we have celebrities die in plane crashes, very rare. That's very rare. We've never had a president die in a plane crash or a helicopter. We rarely have a celebrity get into it, because they really pick the finest pilots. I guarantee you that Dale Earnhardt, who survived that small little plane crash, I guarantee he's not getting a helicopter with this man. He would get in a helicopter with a black man before he would this Arab guy. Trust me. He wouldn't trust this guy for nothing. Okay? So this is like, this doesn't make any sense to me. And I want all the conspiracy people out here to do more research. All the celebrations and the 9 people who died, no, the 8 people who died. We're not going to count this nut right here. He doesn't matter. He crashed that helicopter and spread the message. Thanks for watching.